So Leicester City are now down in the Championship. This club should not be in the Championship. So in today's video, I'm doing a Leicester City rebuild, but making it as realistic as possible. Maybe Leicester can go in and pick up these players to help their promotion bid as they try to go back to the Premier League. A club who only won the Premiership not that many years ago and are now playing down in the Championship. Let's see if me taking control of them for one season can rejuvenate this club, rejuvenate the players, and take them back to the Premier League. So the first transfer window is closed. The first sign I brought in is Harry Winks. One of the main reasons behind that is I'm recording this, he is due to sign for the club, so I've decided, you know what, let's go in and pick him up. So we paid 7.5 million. I think it's a great signing for the Championship, Premier League quality, so really pleased with this deal. The next player I've picked up is Reiss Nelson from Arsenal on loan, costing us 1.8 million for the season on the loan, but I think this is the type of player Leicester could maybe look at attracting, saying to Arsenal, look, we're going to give him first team football, he's going to develop, and then either he'll stick around at Leicester or go back to Arsenal and see if he can push on there. Now with James Maddison leaving the club for Tottenham, we needed a creative attacking midfielder, and I've gone for Jesse Lingard. On a free transfer, I could see him dropping down to the Championship, to Leicester City, and helping them rebuild. Although, as I'm recording this, I have seen he is training currently with Inter Miami, but he could go to Leicester. Now, with the new Leicester manager being the former Manchester City coach, the chance to bring in Cole Palmer to Leicester is something I think they should look at doing. He hasn't played enough for Man City over the last 12 months, and I think he will be itching to get some first-team football. Pep Guardiola's links to the new Leicester manager. I think this could be a great signing for Leicester to help their bid back to the Premier League. And the final sign I brought in to add more depth to that attacking midfield option is Todd Cantwell. In real life, he's just had a really good season at Rangers. He has rebuilt his reputation a little bit. He is a very good Championship player, so bringing him in on loan from Rangers, I think is a really good signing and just adds that extra depth to the midfield of Leicester. So that's 9.25 million spent. Let's look at the outs which I've done so far. So the first out, which was part of my dealings, was Pereira, who's gone to Everton for 14.5 million. Wanted to leave due to relegation. You can see there's quite a lot of loans. I did leave the loans to the loan manager, Robert Huth. So let's go down. Daniel Everson, the backup goalkeeper for us, has gone to Nottingham Forest for 3.6 million. Ian Nacho's gone to Brighton for 12.5 million. And then if you go down, the rest are all just loans, but 84 million out because Tielemans and Maddison had already happened before I came in on the updated database I'm using, which the link will be in the description. But Harry Winks, Reiss Nelson, Jesse Lingard, Cole Palmer and Todd Cantwell, I think are good signings. Now the season did get underway against Blackburn and we got a 5-2 victory, and on the score sheet was Jamie Vardy with not just one goal, but then Castagna down the wing puts it across, a second header, but again it wasn't just two goals. Jamie Vardy with an opening day hat-trick. So we have started the season fairly well. A 5-2 victory over Blackburn before beating relegated Southampton 2-0. Do you want to see a rebuild with Southampton? Make sure you do put in the comments below. A victory over Coventry, Millwall, Queen's Park Rangers, and then a draw away to Huddersfield. I did put a very weakened side out against Crystal Palace before bouncing back from that with a 4-1 victory over Bristol City, then a 3-0 victory over Watford, ending August with us top of the table, 1-7, drew 1, lost none, 22 points with relegated Leeds chasing us there. Jamie Vardy with 13 goals in the first 8 games of the season. Now tactically, which doesn't matter too much in this rebuild, but we are using the same tactic I'm using on my Build a Nation save. It fit the players we have. So flat back 4, Baldwin midfield alongside Segundo Volante, both in defensive midfield. Then midfield 3 behind the striker on a Porcher, which suits Jamie Vardy perfectly. So with 24 games in, 119, drew 4, lost 1. Jamie Vardy with 32 goals in the 24 games so far this season. We are 6 points clear of Leeds. and then Norwich are closing in as well behind, but we are dominating the Championship, looking very, very solid. Now, one addition I have made with Johnny Evans leaving the club at the end of the season was Joe Rodon coming in from Tottenham Hotspur. 7.5 million, I think he would fit a club like Leicester very, very well. He's definitely good enough for the Premier League, he just needs to find a home. And picking him up for the Premier League campaign coming up, I think was a good bit of business. We brought him in January. He has played 12 games for the club, 1 start, 11 sub appearances, bedding him in nicely. When Johnny Evans leaves, he will come in and become first choice at Leicester. And he will be first choice in the Premier League because with 58 goals this season, Jamie Vardy led Leicester City back to the Premier League. Now, Jamie Vardy in real life did reject a Saudi Arabian offer to stay at Leicester City, and clearly that was the right choice because he has now taken the club back up to the Premier League with 112 points with a final day victory over Norwich 4-1, which did secure automatic promotion. The front three, top three, have run away with this, and honestly I think our signings have done well. Harry Winks started 6 games, 27 off the bench, 6.97 average, but he did play well. The rating doesn't justify how well he looked in games. Really, really pleased with him. Jesse Lingard, 24 starts, 7 assists, 3 goals. Wasn't amazing, but did do a decent job, to be honest with you. Joe Rodon coming in as one of our central defenders, ready for next season. He's settled in, he's got used to the players, got used to the squad, he's ready to go. Then you look at Cole Palmer, 9 starts, 29 sub appearances, 6 goals, 6 assists. Did a really good job for us this season as well. And then Todd Cantwell, who has actually gone back now as well. Wasn't the best, but was a good rotation option. You can also see Reece Nelson, by the way, 5 goals and 12 assists for him on loan from Arsenal. Maybe a player they could look at bringing in for their return back to the Premier League. Because again, a player who is Premier League quality, has been used sparingly by Arsenal. Definitely a player I think Leicester City should look at bringing in. But that's my Leicester City rebuild. Hopefully you did enjoy it. A quick and punchy episode, considering I've played a full season with them. But we've tried to push through, tried to use players who I think Leicester would look at bringing in. Key players at the club who I do think they would keep. Harvey Barnes is a bit of a, are they going to keep him, are they not? I decided to hold on to him and offer him the option to leave at the end of his contract if he's not happy. But I do think promotion back to the Premier League would secure him to agree to sign a new deal. I've been Paul, also known as the Northman. If you did enjoy this content, make sure you do drop a like on it, subscribe for more, comment if you want to see more of this type of content, and I'll see you next time.